powerful picks, and honestly, it's funny because on 11-13 he only gets stronger, which is weird because Stride Breaker on this one, you think, is what made him so strong. The ability to stick onto his targets, being able to have that additional dash.
As Zika's got that level 6 available, the sooner you can look to punish, because Ezreal, very easy target to dive. Ultimately, the Arcane Shift doesn't offer much when you are under tower. And my criticism is that you have the Calista in the bot lane. Oh, they are looking for some top now.
Here we go. Talk about 0-0. They found Alliance that got a lot of damage on top of them. The Paranoia is going to be popped, but look at the damage they've gotten back onto Zika, trying to flash over the wall, but it's followed up and killed off. Killed by Juggod. View. He's mini. He does not have a way to be able to escape this fight, and they've got 2 kills for V5.
But they are now looking to apply that pressure. Mid tower should just end up going down here.
Should be able to brute force this one down. They've got a lot of pressure top lane, and even if Uniboy wants to be able to join this one, you have the Paranoia that's been popped by Elias. The turret is taken. It's a long way away, but they're going to be able to get the Stormbringer coming in from way. Nice! Coming in from Uniboy. The follow-up does not help. They've already got aiming. PP God to follow. Double kill. Going over to Kepler. View. You're way too late to the fight. He tried to hop, skip, and jump away. You will be able to survive, but that is 2 crucial kills picked up by the ADC for V5. Nowhere near that stage coming in for ADC on the side of BLG, but now they can. Are they going to really try this fight here? You can see the damage onto Wavy coming in from Kepler, and here's the Paranoia to be able to take him out as well. BLG, you do not want to fight this. You can already see it's already going so poorly for themselves around this 3rd dragon. Because right now, Zika, he's on the wings. He is looking to be able to get that flank. He wants to be able to jump on, but it's going to be Reheal that he focused first just to be able to get a little bit of chip damage. As they split open the skies, they have the damage. Uniboy, he's in the back line, but he's not going to be able to get enough damage just yet. They're going to be able to lock down View right as a huge knockup. But look at the Gnarl on a Reheal to be able to take up the kill. Even though Kepler's been left alone, they're trying to see if they can jump on top of him. It's going to be a trade of the support, but they've already got Juggod as well. BLG, the fact they got the jungler, they're pinging onto the Baron.
Yeah, a little bit misexecution there, honestly. We see Uniboy go in, but no connection onto aiming. The Calista essentially untouched in this fight, and if that's the scenario you're dealing with, aiming is in a position to carry these team fights with the sustained damage. And now BLG looking straight towards the Baron. They know they want the momentum in this game. They want to start this one off. But there is still 3 members alive from V5's contestants, unless Zika...
Oh, look! Whoa, Zika gets the kill onto Kepler. Sure, he loses his life, but I think it's all to make sure they can secure this Baron. It's down to 25% health. Yubio about to go Mega just in time to be able to jump on top of Elias. Is trying to be the snipe fight. Who's going to be able to get it? It's going to be secured by Wei with the kill onto Elias. Uniboy has little mana to be able to work with, trying to be able to escape. They pop the bread. They're trying to see if they can get nearby him. Uniboy will be able to survive, but the Baron has been picked up by BILIBILI.
Gee, they're not even opting in. They're just looking for this harass, this poke.
They're just looking to see if they can keep whittling at the health bars of V5, forcing them back into their base once more. Look at Zika! Look at how he's even focusing on Reheal! What a tank! He is not at all! And now the fight should be easy for BLG. They're just making sure they can wait for Zika to be able to get his full rotations followed up by Elias over the wall to be able to get at least a little bit of fear onto the... Oh, wait! They bursted down the LeBlanc to get 1. Juggod trying to be able to get back into the fight, but they're going to lose at least 1 more back on top of him with a lot of damage on top of Elias. Uniboy, Kepler, the 2 carries now for V5. They can't fight back enough. They've only been able to take down Zika.
Yeah, they are able to get the LeBlanc, but lose so many in return. And aiming, again, untouched right now. Super strong on this Calista. And it just feels like V5 would be unable to deal with him.
Oh, and you can even tell right now. Look at this. He is left completely untouched. And even with the little bit of damage that happened initially, they just cannot stick on top of him. He's able to jump around this fight entirely, forcing back V5. And now should be able to take this exposed inhibitor all the while. View is escorting minions mid.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to look at the end here. Spawn timers are going to be coming in, Juggod in particular pretty soon. But to take these 2 inhibitors, and now they're going to be able to reset, and it's 50 seconds till that Dragon Soul and Infernal as well. We saw how much damage Zika was doing if they secured again. Not able to find the windows, and now this is a critical moment. A lost fight here could just mean the game.
And here comes the TP in from View. Zika getting a lot of damage on the Reheal yet again. Here's the Paranoia. Nice Mega Gnar ult coming in from View, but they jump on top of him. Zeke's going to be able to help them out, trying to see what else they can get. They've got the soul, and they've got the damage. Zika into the back line on top of Jug God, but they're going to be able to get the stun, and now followed up by BU into the back line. Finally, one falls. It's P-God, who's the first one taken out, trying to be able to get away. It's a kill on a Weiwei, too. 2 more for Kepler. Even though they lost the soul, they're getting the damage onto the members of BLG.
Finally starting to see some momentum in these fights. Aiming, not able to find as many windows to get some free autos off, and I feel like BBU maybe a little bit overextended there, and the Ez... Yeah, no TP for Uniboy, so he's going to have to run back from base to get there in time. The rest of the team in the movement, but remember, this is a Kalista. If you stack those Rens up on the Baron beforehand, it becomes incredibly hard to steal this one away.
See right now, getting a lot already stacked up from aiming. They're trying to get the fight onto Jug God. They bursted him down too. No smite. Now Kepler tried to be able to poke as he runs away with the help of Reheal. Paranoia. It's been popped. They're trying to be able to dive into the backline, but they have to peel back. They've been able to at least get a little bit of chip damage. All the while, Kepler trying to be able to survive the damage coming in from Zika, who jumps over the wall to be able to assassinate. And now can they get any more on top of BLG, who continue to run away? Kepler is enough to scare off BLG.
Yeah, Kepler's starting to look really strong right now, close to full build, but V5 have to answer the super minions in their base. BLG know this, and so they start up the Baron again. There is a TP for Elias, but they want to burn that with this play, potentially find a good fight.
Zika looking to be able to get that damage. Reheal's really low. Just going to be one more dash back in. It's the Hex Flash from PP God to be able to make sure that they scare away V5. They cannot stop the Baron from going over the second time to BLG.
But the problem is, those targets we're talking about, Zika now with the Banshees, aiming with a GA Bloodthirster and a Shield Bow. It's no... Goodbye.
Zika assassinates Reheal yet again. This fight is all but over right now for BLG as they dive onto the members of B5 inside of their own base. Jug God's going to be able to respawn, but you can see the damage coming in from every member of BLG. Diving underneath the Nexus turrets that remain, though there's a lot of damage coming in from Kepler, trying to be able to kite back away from aiming. He took a lot of damage from that Ren, but they're at least able to trade back some more kills. Jug God's still alive. He was able to steal away the soul. Same with Uniboy, trying to be able to poke out the members of BLG. They've kept the base alive despite the fact that it looked all dire.
Yeah, but it's an open Nexus with 3 inhibs down. This is not a good spot to be in by any means, especially when we see the Elder spawning in a minute 40. V5 is
a peel back already from V5. They're not even going to try to contest the Elder. And I feel like you were saying, without even fighting for it, this game is essentially over.
They're trapped between a rock and a hard place, and they decided on the hard place. And now, essentially, it's just a miracle is what you need here. BLG could just push up, let the minions do the work, and look for that poke.
Here's the Paranoia. Do they actually follow it up onto the members of BLG? They don't even try to follow it up. And now BLG realizing there's not that dive onto aiming this time around. They're just pushing right into the base. They have all the minions here, and the fight is going to be so easy as they have one go golden diving into the backline. Aiming might be bounced around for some time, but he's still alive, kiting back away from Juggernaut to be able to look for the Ren with the help, and they burst down the members of V5. They look to finally get themselves a clean ace against V5 to claim victory in Game 1.
And a bit of a slower start from BLG than I would have liked. They find the fight, even if aiming does end up going down. But I feel like V5 obviously have some strong scaling tools in the Camille. And with the Varus, if they can find that laning advantage, maybe.
5 made it a lot more difficult. So Weiwei instead has to make a play elsewhere, looking for the top lane. But it's already the Ignite burning onto Elias. All they need is one more slap of the claws to be able to get first blood. But Weiwei, he will die in Retribution.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure that's actually that good of a trade in this.
Level down to Weiwei. Weiwei, are you going to look for that damage? Here's going to be the heroic entrance answered with the knockup. He tries to dive away, but he's dragged back in, and there's the ult onto the turret. Now the returned heroic entrance to be able to get a double knockup. TV got still barely alive, but they got the needlework to be able to get the kill. It's going to be 2 now for BU. He's bounced around underneath the turret, so it's going to be 2 back for the side of V5. Uniboy, he's burning to the Ignite, and he's easily killed off by Zika, diving underneath this turret. Kepler trying to be able to survive. He snipes one back, but he missed the chains of corruption, so that aiming's able to take him down.
Yeah, a lot of misexecution there from V5. Honestly thought BLG might end up paying for that dive heavily off the back of that, just for the simple fact that there was so many members more understanding. He just walked to the side and you ended up missing.
I think he was trying to predict. At least I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That was what he was trying to do. And now Jug God. They had just gotten the Eye of the Rift Herald. Unfortunately, Weiwei's here as well. Oh, don't, please. Not again. Okay, thank you. I got a little worried there. Deja vu.
Yeah, looks like PP God succeeding over Jug God. Looks like one religion a little bit stronger than the other there. And PP God able to
tense potential plays that they want to be able to get. But right now, this is a good pull coming in from Retail. Even though it's going to be the Solar Flare coming in from PP God and aiming, trying to be able to get away. It's TP in behind. A lot of damage on PP God. Here we go. Aiming. He gets bursted down. Stolen Soul. PP God cannot run away. Not from his ally. Not from 2 kills picked up from V5. Well, Uniboy, okay, he does peel back off of that potential skirmish.
Oh, you sort of blow them up with the itemization, but their raw kits are so strong when as well. It's really going to come down to execution. I think in the longer fights, BLG tend to be favored, so I want to see that instant impact from V5's ults.
It looks like it's going to be the fight around this Rift Herald, though. It's so close to going down. Weiwei wants to make sure they secure it, but the fight will continue in the back line as PP God has to go gold, and they got a lot of damage on PP. He's bounced around for so long. Finally, he's killed off by Uniboy, but look at Kepler. He's getting chased down by Weiwei while the rest of the team is trying to be able to get back on top of him as well. They're going to be able to trade back and forth, but it's 2 for 2 at the moment. The eye is still in the inventory of Weiwei, even though he died at the very beginning. Jug God going to be able to get away, aiming, doing a lot of damage. It might be even out in the kills, but it's still the advantage picked up by BLG.
On top of that, you have the resets from the Viego, so the main thing is killing someone so you can start getting those resets, start and get that added value. Whereas if you do dive on aim, and there's a good chance you end up just getting
whoa, re-heal gets burst down every time. I think he's tanky. He just gets annihilated. PP God, he saw the target, and except for it being Zika, they still found the assassination regardless. They had the inside track on into that play, and now they're forcing down this mid lane to be able to take a lot of damage onto the tier 1 with the help of Shelly.
Yeah, with this, they can honestly just lean towards the dragon off the back of this. They want to secure the tower, and they should be able to off the back of this, but dragon is up and available and would be their third. Engage actually coming in.
Man, that is a lot of engage in the back line. They finally are able to kill Zika, but at what cost? Jug God, he's alive, but just barely on the other side. And the fact that Jug God has to recall, it is an easy third dragon that BLG can take.
Yeah, and it feels like in this game, V5 are doing more. There's less inactivity than we saw in that game 1. Definitely more just getting into these fights, but it's still BLG coming out ahead. And it's kind of the expectation. These comps pretty even in terms of the skirmishing power right now, and really BLG are so much better at this historically. It's what we've seen from them. They aren't necessarily the early game team. They are a team who leans into that mid to looking on their Zhonya's. So I think they know what the threat is. It's that Camille Galio combo, and they have tools to answer.
Well, PP God gets himself caught out. It looks like they're trying to see if they can return the favor of before, where it was re-heal getting caught out. So they immediately take down Leona, immediately turn onto this tier 1.
It's important to get this mid tier 1. It really opens up the map. And the fact that BLG were able to get theirs, they answer back with a nice pick. They are going to potentially lose this tower, this top tier 2 in return, but I think the trade is still worth it overall.
Okay, aiming showing us why he loves this Ezreal, just assassinating Kepler right in the midst of everyone of V5. Whew. Okay, people, just don't give aiming Ezreal anymore. You just gotta ban it or steal it away immediately.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like aiming should change his name to hitting, because the guy's just not missing at this point. Able to assassinate Kepler. Now, the Baron threat is real. I don't even think V5 are contesting this. This is looking pretty doomed.
It is not looking good at all. That is a free 20-minute on the dot Baron for BLG. The fact that Kepler only now is respawning and Jug God has to completely bail from a fight that PP God tried to instill into them.
Broken Zhonya's is right now as an item. How broken the stasis is.
They've got all 5. Oh, that's just beautiful. Now, V5, they're trying to see if they can force a fight before all the members are able to join up. But with that heroic entrance stolen away by Zika, they can dive into the backline to get so much damage on top of V5. Heroic entrance gonna be nothing that they can really utilize it with. And everyone's chased away. Allies trying to be able to get away from Weiwei. But the damage that Follow Bear is able to provide is enough to be able to help aiming take him down. While Zika looks to see if they can hunt down Jug God. Make sure that he's not going to be able to escape. He jumps on top of PP God to try to see who's going to be the better religion, but we knew at the beginning it's all PP God.
One Zhonya's, I believe, was used there, so V5 weren't even close. There was so much more available, and yeah, it was just PP God dropping the Zhonya's. He is so tanky. Like, your piercing arrows will do nothing.
Well, here, let's test it out right now as Zika goes golden. That's one Zonya's used. Let's see who else is going to use it. They're going to be able to get the heroic entrance to be able to get the knock up onto one. It's two with way golden in the backline, getting a lot of damage on to PB God, but aiming, he's left untouched. And when you leave him untouched, we have seen the damage he's able to get out. They've got the kill onto Alive, and they're chasing down the members of TP is being used by Zika to re-engage into this fight and take down a clean ace over V5, looking for the 2-0 victory as they try to see if they can soar through the standings.
Yeah, BLG comfortable in this series. I felt like they never really even got out of first gear. Pretty convincing one. And V5, you know, they've made these changes to the roster. I'm hoping that this is just a sign that they need a bit more time to sink in, but not a convincing series. And BLG will close this one out in style.
Yeah, they will. Every single one of them have fashion sense with the Zonya's Hourglass. 2-0 victory for BLG. That